What's
And the Oscar
up?
goes to...
Hey, let's do this right, y'all. Let's do it right. Woo, baby, yes. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. What's up? What's going down? What's going down? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It is your man, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Miss Felicia's already in the building. What's up? What's up? Oh my goodness, man. What is going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Another day closer to the weekend. Some people love it. Right now, all days are running together right now, ain't they? All days are running together right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Miss Tasha in the building. What's going on? What's up? What's up? She's in the building. She decided to stop by. Appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What's up, y'all? What is going on? I'm going to try to even this music out a little bit. There we go. I just want to even the music out a little bit. I think I might actually change microphones. I'm glad you made it, Miss Tasha. Miss Tasha says, I made it. Felicia says, Tashi. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Hey, already with the cheers. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, check this out. Check this out, Miss Tasha. I think that's it right there. If I do that, yep, bam. There is a link to your Twitch channel. So, you know, just want to support. Just want to support. That's all I really want to do. So I made a what do you call them? A command. That's what it's called. I made a command for you. And, yeah. So anyway, I like it. I like it. Just supporting. You know how we do. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Everybody out there in podcast land, in stream land, in whatever other land that you're in. How's everybody doing? I'm doing well. I've had a busy day so far. Well, kind of busy. Just going through photos and whatnot. Also, I know there's some people that are just strictly listening. They're not able to see what's going on, which is fine, because sometimes some of the podcasts I listen to, or that I watch, sometimes I can't watch them. I have to listen to them. But either way, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, I appreciate you. Kiwi Star 83, Miss Tasha, aka Miss Tasha, says, I appreciate you. I appreciate you as well. No problem. No problem. Just wanting to help people, you know, with their stream and all grow together. You know, we all grow together. But yeah, so I'm just chilling, y'all. I am just chilling. Move my schedule around a little bit. I've tried to play around with when I'm going to stream, and when it would work for me the best, and also work for you guys. And I found that, you know, going around 5:30ish, I didn't want to go too late, because I want to stream long enough to get my streaming in, but I also don't want to override other members of the crew, you know, when they go live too, because we like to raid around here. We like to help build and all that kind of stuff. So anywho, your boy is here. And yeah, so Tasha says, so how was your street photography last night? Man, I gotta tell you, it's so therapeutic, man. It's so therapeutic because you just throw on some headphones and you go walking around, and you throw on your well, for me, I throw on my backpack, I grab my camera, I take between, I'm always juggling two lenses when I do street photography, either the 35 millimeter or 50 millimeter. I'm not going to get into the nerdy stuff, but last night I took my 50 millimeter and went out and took some pretty cool pictures, man. Took some pretty cool pictures. And yeah, speaking of which, what's up, Gemini? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Sorry if that gets too loud, y'all. I'm still playing with the levels because for whatever reason, Streamlabs, and I'm not blaming Streamlabs because it's me who needs to set the levels, right? But I'm just still experimenting, different microphones and whatnot. I love this microphone, but I might change. I'm not sure. But for my photography, speaking of which, all my other social medias actually. If you are watching this live on Twitch, there is the links to my other streams, and then you can follow those if you'd like for my photography page on Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of good stuff. And then I have my weight loss Instagram in there, and I haven't really posted a whole lot in my weight loss Instagram, not because I still haven't been on my grind, because that's what we do every day, we grind. It's just I've been trying to focus on the stream, and so I've been focusing more on my my stream Instagram versus my weight loss Instagram. It's funny because people seem to think that if you don't post a whole lot on something, that must mean you're not doing it anymore. And it's kind of an ignorant thing to think, but I can understand it. I get it. But that's not the case with your boy. So anyway, yeah, so I've just been chilling, y'all. I just been chilling, doing the things I do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so today, and I do like these. I like the Q&As. Today's Q&A with D, although I'm going to be speaking and all that kind of stuff. I'm only going to be streaming for maybe an hour. Hey, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Lorraine. Welcome. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. So yeah, I'm just basically chilling. Gonna do this Q&A. I just open up my email, and the first 3 or 4 questions that are in the email, those are the ones I read. I don't have them pre-screened or anything because I haven't ran across any questions that are quote unquote inappropriate questions, right? What are inappropriate questions? Well, you find out when you ask one.
Why you being a dickhead for?
That's right.
Stop
No dickheads
being a
here.
dickhead.
That's the alarm that sounds. Anyway. Tasha says, probably means you're doing it even more. That is correct. So when someone doesn't post, it doesn't necessarily mean that they stop doing the things that they were posting about. It just means that we're more focused on what we're supposed to be doing. And Miss Tasha, you are correct. Ever since the lockdown earlier this year, the gyms are closed and all that, but you have to do what you got to do. So you got to find a way. If you don't have access to a stair stepper and you're used to doing stairs, go somewhere and find some stairs.
Hello. Thanks for the follow. You're watching the Key Podcast Experience.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you, Don. I appreciate the follow. But yeah, so if you just have to improvise, guys. You got to improvise. Just because the gym's closed doesn't mean you still can't get, a workout on. A lot of people think a workout is you just got to go and stress your muscles and all this kind of stuff. And yes, there is a time and a place for muscle growth and all that kind of stuff. But if you just want to stay active, then hey,
thanks for the subscription.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the subscription. Hey, that is dope. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Also, if you guys would like to subscribe, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe every month for free. That would be awesome. Not only would it help out my stream, but it would just help in general. And I appreciate it. All you do is, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get a free month every month here on Twitch.
That was easy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. D, you keep it classy. One of the things I like about you as far as what's inappropriate. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. I try to do my best. I try to do my best to keep it, try to keep it PG. And so, yeah. My Alexa's going off right now. Or not Alexa. What is it called? The Echo Dot. My Echo Dot's going off right now. Reminding me to do something, but I forgot. Hold on real quick. Alexa, stop. How crazy is that? How crazy is technology? How crazy is technology that it's like it's almost like we depend on it a little too much. Obviously it does make life a little easier. But at the same time, y'all, we have to remember we're still human beings, and there's still time before we start to converge with technology and become cyborgs and all that kind of stuff. But you know. Don says, hey, D. Hey, Don. Hey. Let's see. Tasha says, how many free subs do you get with Prime? Well, it's only for yourself, I think. Eric would probably be able to answer this better than me. That's the guy when anybody says, oh, do you know how to do this? And you say, oh, I got a guy. That's the guy we talking about. He would probably know, but I think if you have an Amazon Prime account, you could, it's for you. Now, as far as like gifting subs and all that kind of stuff, I'm not sure how to do that yet. I appreciate it when people do that. I do appreciate that when people do that, but I'm not sure how to do it myself. I got to do a little more research or whatnot. But hey, every day we're growing. Every day we're trying to do what we do. So anyway, how's y'all's day been, man? What's up? How was y'all's day been? Like I said, I did some street photography last night. Very therapeutic. Ended up doing some street photography for a while, actually, a long while. And because time just goes by. You know how, like, if you just went outside and started jogging, you get tired after a while because your mind's focused on the jog, and then you physically see how far you have to jog, and then that plays a part into your mind. But if you put on some headphones and you have something that takes your attention away from how far you have to go or something like that, time goes just by, and before you know it, you're miles, not just necessarily jogging. But when I do street photography, I'll go somewhere, I'll park my truck, and I'll get out and I'll just start walking. And there's times where I'll walk and lose track of time. And then when I go to see where my truck is, because again, we rely on technology. So I have this app that tells me where my vehicle is at. When I see how far I've gone, you're like, oh, damn, I could have, but when you're conscious of how far you're going, then it's different. So yeah. Don says, I said, what are y'all doing? Don says, cuddling the dogs, hanging out, thinking what I want for dinner. Dinner. Hey, let's see. What's for dinner? Beef. It's what's for dinner. Man. Well, what do you feel like eating? I got to get dinner too. I got to get dinner too. Not necessarily sure what I'm going to get yet, but I got to get dinner as well. I cannot fall behind on my meals. I eat between 4 and 5, sometimes 6 meals a day, depending on the physical activity that I have to do during the day. And without getting too nerdy, you got to maintain certain things depending on what your goals are, health wise. You know what I'm saying? Kids taking notes, are you listening? Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. Tasha says, I've been sleeping a lot today. I don't know what my body's dealing. I don't know what my body's dealing. Well, you know, the thing is, our bodies, when it's fed up with something, it'll tell us, hey, you need to relax. You need to calm down. You need to take a chill pill and stop. Because what happens to me is I don't get up. Well, I try to get as much sleep as I can. Already sounds like an excuse, right? So I try to get as much sleep as I can, but because I'm so used to the nightlife and music and all this other stuff that I was doing before the lockdown and everything got locked up, it was requiring me to stay up until, 3:30, 4, sometimes 5 in the morning. And I've been doing that for so long that I'm just now, I'm just used to it. Now, I've been slowly getting back into what I call regular people time, for people that go to bed like around 9, 10, but it's not working. It's not working at all. It's not working at all. Well, I tell you what, we all trying to find out or figure out what our body's deal is, so, but yeah, you got to get sufficient amount of sleep. I think sleep gets overlooked. A lot of people, when they're like, oh man, I get enough sleep, I can function off of 1 hour, I can function off of 2 hours. You probably can, but you can't sustain that, because eventually when everything does catch up to you, you know what happens? You lay down and then you crash for hours, and then you just do it all over again, right? But it's not necessarily good for your body to do that. Don says, at Tasha, your body knows what it needs. You obviously need to rest it so it can be strong. Hey, see? Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so make sure you get enough sleep out there. Make sure you get enough sleep. But other than that, guys, yeah, that's my day was going through the photos. Or I had a family shoot last weekend, because I'm also a photographer. If you've seen the links that I put in the chat, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description. You can follow the description. But yeah, I just went through photos. Some street photos, but mostly the photo shoots that I had this weekend, because I don't want to get too far behind on getting them back to people. I usually have a 1.5 to 2 week turnover rate for when they get their photos back, depending on how much stuff I have to do, or how many shoots I have to go through. If it's 1 or 2 shoots, I usually get it back to them within a week, 1.5, something like that. But yeah, so the photography stuff is what I was doing and what I've been doing the last few days. I updated my schedule. So if you guys go to my About section on Twitch and scroll down a little bit, in the upper left-hand corner will be my schedule and all the links to my other social medias if y'all want to do that. Yeah, for sure. John, what's up, man? John is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. John is in the building. John's in the building doing the damn thing, man. What's up, brother? So you were saying it's pretty slow at your work, huh? It's pretty slow at your work right now? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. But what's really crazy is, in a good way, you guys are still open. There's a lot of places that ain't even open right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of places that aren't even open. And, you know, and then there's people trying to get jobs. There's people trying to get jobs, and they're getting turned down left and right, too.
See, now, that's just not the way to go here, Karen.
It's not the way to go here, Karen. So knock it off. But yeah, so anybody that is watching this or watches this in the future, I also say that quite a bit. But anybody who watches this in the future on YouTube or wherever it gets to, if you are that person who keeps getting denied for jobs and all that kind of stuff, man, just please keep going. Don't give up. Just keep going. Just keep going. Yeah. You can't give up. You can't give up. You just can't give up. If you feel like you're crushed, you know what? You sit down, get yourself maybe some of that comfort food real quick. And, because comfort food always seems to help people out. It helped me out a lot. Don't eat too much comfort food though, because it'll backfire. It'll backfire on you. But maybe get something that's going to give you a little pep in your step right away. Maybe some cookies. Maybe you know, get something that's going to give you that little rush just for a second. Just to get you up and moving, get them spirits going again. But don't forget,
He needs some milk.
you got to get some milk with some cookies if you're gonna have cookies. You got to get some milk. So anyway, stay motivated, guys. Stay motivated. Keep your heads up. It's okay to get down in the dirt sometimes. It's all right to do all that kind of stuff, but don't live there. Don't stay there. You know, the whole cliche saying, tough times don't last, tough people do, and all that kind of stuff. It's true though. But even people that, I believe everybody's tough. I just believe sometimes people get lost, right? People get lost in what they're doing. So, John says, slacking at work, it's slow tonight. Yeah, holidays, we slow down. Exactly. I told you guys need to start selling tires, bro. I know you guys sell chains for the tires, but start selling tires. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, guys, so we're gonna get into these questions, because I know when I ask these questions, I know how I am, right? So when I ask questions, I give my opinions. That's why they're sending them to me. And so we're gonna dive right in to the questions. We're gonna get it going. Yeah. And that's really about it. We're going to go. We're going to get it happen. We're going to get it happen. We're going to make it happen. So I love the Q&As only for the simple fact that, for one, people are actually sending me questions in. And if you do want to send in questions, I should actually include that into the link. But if you do want to send me questions for the stream, for me to answer, not necessarily answer, but just give my opinions on, it's the D, just like the name says up top on the screen, the DPC experience at gmail.com. The D, P is in Paul, C is in cat, experience at gmail.com. EXPERIENCE, for people that think that I didn't know how to spell experience. You ever get that when someone spells like part of something and doesn't spell like the bigger word of everything, then you're like, But anyway, so yeah, make sure to send questions, comments, things I can even do better, because we're always trying to grow here. We're always trying to, trying to do what we do, right? Trying to do what we do. All right. Once again, kids, are we ready to get into the Q&A? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get into it. Questions. First question. He said, nah, we're good. I know you're good, John. I know you're good. First question is, hey, Duane, D-U, I like it, D-U-A-N-E, nice. Hey, Duane, how do you deal with people who are constantly negative? From Becky J. All right, Becky. And as you guys know, I kind of like to figure out what their last names would be, because they put their last initial, right? Because I don't ever want to know the last name, just because I don't need to know the last name. But I always try to figure it out. It's like a little game I play with myself. Anyway, how do I deal with negative people? To be honest with you, I don't. I don't deal with negative people. Now, when I say that, let me explain what I mean. What I mean when I say I don't deal with negative people, what I mean is I don't enable them when they want to talk or anything like that. They want to talk to me. Hey, D, can we get some time? Yeah, let's talk, man. Whatever. I don't. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't enable them to keep being negative. So if you're a negative person and you want to live in that negativity, I'm probably not the person to talk to, because I'm going to do my best to help you get out of that mental mind frame, because all it is just mental. It's all just a mental mind frame and how you're looking at things. Now, having said that, there are some things that are harder to deal with. I'm not talking about something serious like, losing a loved one or something like that. That's a whole different thing. I'm just talking about people that are just negative. But I will say that this year has been tough. This year's been super tough, because 2020, even some of the strongest, the mentally strongest people have it's been a rough year, y'all. Let's face it. It's just been a rough year for everybody, not just financially and not just socially, even though socially it's been a big deal, but also mentally. And I think that, I'm not talking about something serious. Okay. I'm just talking about just negative people. Not depressed people. Depression is different. Depression, you can't just tell somebody who's depressed, get over it. It doesn't work. You can't just get over something when you're depressed. But if you're just a negative person, that's different. Okay? Negativity is perspective. When someone's depressed, that's a whole nother thing. Felicia said, you don't co-sign their bullshit. That's right. I don't co-sign negative bullshit. I just don't. I don't entertain it. Yeah, the woe is me, Tasha. Tasha says the woe is me. Yeah, I don't do it. I just don't do it. Let's see. Funk Shop Biggs in the building, my dog. Yo. What's going down, man? What's going down? Let's see. Yeah. Funk Shop Biggs, what's good, Felicia? Tasha says Biggs with 3 stars. John says, hey, Biggs, Funk Shop Biggs. What up, John? What up, Tosh? Sup, family? Don says, hey. So basically, just to catch everybody up who just came in, my first question that I got, and I don't know how many I'm going to get to before I can raid Funk Shop TV, but I'm going to try to go through them as much as possible. As you guys know, I talk quite a bit, so but the question was, hey, Duane, how do I deal with with people who are constantly negative? And my answer was, I just don't. I don't entertain it. I don't participate. If they come to me and ask my opinion or want to talk, again, absolutely, I'll always be there, but I don't enable it. And again, I'm not talking about depression. Depression's a different thing. And I'm also not talking about losing loved ones. I'm talking about someone just in a negative space constantly. And I will give you a little leeway because 2020 doesn't help. Okay, 2020 doesn't help. But in my opinion, this is what I do. You try to get them, ask them questions as far as, okay, this is how you feel. Cool. What do you think it would take to get you to not feel this way? Figure out what it is that's making you feel a certain way, and then you tackle that issue. Because at the end of the day, the issue really isn't your negativity. The issue is what's making you negative. That's what you need to tackle. So, sorry, I have a bad memory. Miss Becky J, that's what I would do. I would figure with the person that you're speaking of, if you're talking about a person, I don't know the situation, I don't know the context of what you're going through, but that's what I would do. If it's a person that's close to you and they trust you and they want to talk, find out, tell them, what is it that's making you feel that way, and then tackle that. Then take the steps to get over that. So I hope that helped you out. I know most of these questions come from YouTube people that watch the YouTube. And so I know you're going to watch this later. I know you're not watching this live right now, and that's fine. But there you go, Becky. There you go. I hope that helped out. I hope that helped you out. For sure. Let's check up on chat real quick. Hey. Oh, Tasha said, just chilling, eating cheesecake if I'm honest. Always be honest, and cheesecake is amazing. I love cheesecake. Don says, Dwayne kills me. Ha, ha, ha. Don't say that too loud, because you're going to have people knocking on my door. Talking about, so I hear you killing folks. Oh, my gosh. What? And then it's over. Then it's over. Fun Shop Biggs, it's best not to talk about what's going down right now. I'm just going to try to ignore the BS and move forward, or else I'm slapping the taste out of somebody's mouth. Alright. Don says, ooh, I have strawberry cheesecake Ben & Jerry's. Knock it off. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. Cheesecake is my favorite. New York cheesecake, plain cheesecake is my favorite. Hands down, favorite. Hands down, favorite. Big says, take your time, man. I'm packing some stuff while I'm listening. Okay, cool. My brother. Also, we gotta come up with a time so I can get some of my stuff up out of there too, so I can get it out of your way. I don't want it to be a burden. Kiwi Star 83, aka Tasha, says, I just tell them they're wrong and it's their problem. There's some people that if you do that, you know what I mean? If you be like, no, you're just wrong. They're like,
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Be like, whoa, okay, bro. Okay.
No.
You can't talk to people like that. Because that's how it happens. You know what I mean? Some people, though, are, as soon as you see their name pop up on the phone, or as soon as they knock on the door and you pull the blinds back and you look and you're like, when you get to that point, if someone makes you feel that way, that's because, as I always say, what is it? An energy exchange, right? That's because they've transferred their negative energy that they have inside of them onto you. And then now you have to act out of character and start avoiding people. Instead, I suggest tackle the issue, talk to the person, find out what the root issue is, handle that root issue, and then move on. And then if you get to a point to where your advice, your help, and all that doesn't help, then it's not on you. And that's the point where, that's why I said, how do you deal with negative people? Is I don't. Because once it gets to a point to where they just choose to constantly be negative, I'm out. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Then that's it. So that's the question. So Don says, oh, Don like that. Tasha also said, if you have a legitimate issue that you need help with, and I am in a position to help, I'm all about it. But there reaches a point where I don't want to hear your shit when you're not helping yourself. Help me help you, or shut the F up and stop making your problems my problems. There it is. Felicia at Dawn. Ooh, I have some of that too. Yum. Look at y'all Cheesecake Sisters up in this building. I see Cheesecake Sisters up in the building. Get it, girl. Both of y'all. Dawn with the devil face. Felicia says, ooh, that sounds yummy. Yes, it does sound yummy. Plain cheesecake sounds delicious. Dawn says, I'm going to make some now. My nose hurts from the COVID test, so I need some happiness right now. Oh, you got the COVID test, huh? They did that brain tap on you through the nose, huh? Through the nose area. It's crazy. It's crazy. Them COVID tests ain't no joke, right? Them COVID tests ain't no joke. Let's see. Tasha also says somebody has been that way lately, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it no more. I just can't do it no more. It's understandable, man, because you can only deal with something for so long. You can only hear the same shit over and over and over before you're just like, okay, bro, I'm done, or whatever the situation is. Okay. Felicia says, haha, Tasha, fine. I'll stop making your problems my problems. Felicia always also said, I mean my problem, your problems, with the laughy face. Dawn says, came back negative, but holy shit, it burns. Well, you know what? I'd rather have that burn than have that thing come back with a positive. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. But I'm glad that you got it done, and I'm glad that you came back negative. I'm glad you came back negative, because as soon as if it was me, and as soon as I got done with the COVID test and it came back negative, I'm out. Pew! I'm gone. So that's awesome that it came back negative. All right, y'all. Second question. Second question. Let's see. What's up, Dwayne? I know you're good with your opinions dealing with human relations, so here's one that goes well with this year's bullshit. If you could pick anybody to become president. Oh, I get what you're saying. I know you're good with human relations, so here's one that goes with this year's bullshit. So it's not necessarily a question about human relations. Okay. If you could pick anybody to become president, who would it be? Jason K. All right, Jason, if I can pick a president, who would it be? Man, that's kind of a broad question, but who would it be? I don't know, because I think a lot of people will be like, oh, what about Michael Jordan? But Michael Jordan's answer to everything is like,
Stop it. Get some help.
That doesn't help. To be honest with you, let's see. I'd say Morgan Freeman. Yes, I would say Morgan Freeman. That's what I would say. The reason why I would pick Morgan Freeman is, for one, I seen him in a movie where he was president. Although he was like in a coma for most of it, he was a freshman. I mean, a freshman. A president. Did I say freshman twice? He was a president, and he was in a coma for most of it. He was being protected by, I can't remember the dude's name. But he always plays the same role in every movie. But anyway, Morgan Freeman. And he also plays the voice of Jesus and everything. And he's a great monologuer. So it would definitely be Morgan Freeman. Let's see. Bam. Oh, Tasha says, I want your problems, Felicia. Felicia to Tasha. Oh, I love you. Heart faces. Tasha says, I want all of you. Ooh. Ooh. Felicia said, back to Tasha, says, all of me. Loves all of you. Loves your curves and all your edges. All your perfect imperfections. Shout out to Mr. John Legend. That's a John Legend song. That's a John Legend quote. I love it. Felicia. Yes, it's a great song. I love singing that song, actually. That's an awesome song. Tasha says, what would I do without your smart mouth? Look at y'all quoting the songs. Eric in the building finally made it, man. What's up, Eric? Eric doing the damn thing, man. I like it. I like it. Look at y'all quoting the songs, man. That's awesome. Yeah, but I would have Morgan Freeman. If I could choose a president, it would be Morgan Freeman, because I feel he can explain things the best of what's going on. And I feel that he would appeal to both sides, you know, of the presidential bullshit, whatever. And he's a good communicator. And if y'all know anything about me, it's communication is it for me. Made it final. Felicia, back to Tasha. Yes, girl. Tasha, Eric with the hugs. Alien. Felicia said Phantom Yoda with the kissy faces or kissy mouths. Phantom Yoga's hugging everybody. Tashi Washi. Felicia, what's going on, Eric? Eric says, hey, Big D. John says, what up, Eric? Kiwi Star with the tongue and the feet. That's what I'm talking about.
Call 911 now!
Yeah. So Eric says, hey, John. So yeah, I would have Morgan Freeman. If you guys can choose anybody, who would you guys choose? Anybody on this planet? Who would you choose to be the president? Who would you guys choose? You know, Eric says, Natasha, you know how I do. You know how I do. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. But yeah, if I had to pick a president, guys, it would be Morgan Freeman. Like I said, he's always playing Jesus. He's always playing Jesuses in movies. He's always playing Jesus in movies. He's a great monologuer and a narrator. And like I said, he's already played a president in a movie that he was mostly in a coma in, but it was still awesome. And he did good. Dawn said Ellen DeGeneres. Dawn also said probably butchered her last name. That's all right. Ellen DeGeneres. You know, I don't personally know her, so I'm not going to talk shit about her, because I remember watching her as a comedian about 20 years ago before people even knew who she was. Funny woman. But the stories about Hollywood and her being a mean person and all that kind of stuff to her staff or her staff was, I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I can't judge. I don't know her personally, so I don't know. But if that's your president, girl, hey, and she'd be the first president, right? She'd be the first female president. Right?
Respect the drip, Karen.
Respect the drip, Karen. Respect it. Throw some respect on her name. So Ellen would be your president, huh? Eric, if you can pick anybody, aka Phantom Yoda, if you can pick anybody to be your president, who do you think it would be? Would it, because like I said, Morgan Freeman for me. I know somebody's gonna say Oprah when they see this on YouTube. I already know. I have a friend of mine who's gonna watch this when it gets uploaded to YouTube, and they're gonna say Oprah. I already know. Funkshot Big says, man, there's a lot of fake around here. Too much hypocrisy. I could endorse Ellen. Rachel Maddow would be my pick if I could pick anyone, though. Ooh, nice. Okay, Rachel Maddow, huh? Nice, man. Rachel Maddow. Let me see something real quick. Rachel Maddow. Nice. One thing I do like about Biggs, I will say, well, I mean, amongst many, obviously, not just one thing, but Rachel Maddow, she is, if I do believe so, she's a political figure, I think. And because of Biggs, I've been diving more into like political things just to educate myself. Now, listen, I'm not somebody who's going to be talking politics and all this other stuff. I just want to educate myself. That's all that is. So I can make more informed decisions. And I suggest everybody else do that too. But awesome, man. Okay, Rachel Maddow. Sweet. Let's see. Gabriel Union. Felicia said Gabriel Union. I really respect all her activism. Okay, Gabriel Union is cool. And a lot of people say it's Gabrielle Union. I don't know why. I just say Gabriel Union. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Lana Del Rey for president. I got you, Tasha. I hear you. Felicia says to Dawn, I love Ellen. Funk Shop Big says, or perhaps Noam Chomsky, if I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's cool too. And Biggs, I trust your judgment on these people, even if I don't know who they are off the top of my head, because I know you're pretty versed in politics and stuff like that. So, Eric says, I'm going to have to think about that. Okay, no worries. Funk Shop Big says, Rachel is an actor or an anchor on MSNBC. Oh, okay, cool. Felicia to Eric, haha, it's a hard question. It is a hard question. Funk Shop Biggs, sounds like gnome. Oh, okay, cool. For the person's last name, I got you. Let's see. What do you think, Owen Wilson?
Wow.
Okay, well, Owen Wilson says wow. Don at Felicia says same. Lorraine says me for prez. That's what I'm Lorraine, yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Lorraine would be awesome. Just make sure you bring that ahi. Because I would be vice president as long as I got unlimited ahi. We can be cool. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love it. Funk Shop Biggs. Avram Noam Chomsky. Whatever. Got me all screwed up. Born December 1928 as an American linguist, philosopher, cognitive scientist, historian, social critic, and political activist. Yeah, faux show. That's okay. That's quite a resume. Nako Bear for prez. Okay. Sometimes called the father of modern linguistics. Chomsky is also a major figure in analytic philosophy and is one of the founders of the field of cognitive science. Yes, folks, I can read a little bit, huh? Hey, I can read just a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Nice. So I like your guys' list of presidents. Get it together and see if we can make it happen in 2024. All right. Second question, or no, this will be question 3, right? Question 3 from the email, the DPC experience at gmail.com. If you guys want me to read some questions and you want my opinions. Let's do this. Funk Shop Biggs, with all the shit going on in the world, we need someone with an understanding of science. 1,000%. Shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is my favorite astrophysicist. And since there's around 8.6 billion people in the world now, 8.6, and there's around 8,000 astrophysicists in the world, he is definitely one in a million. Y'all understand that? That's simple math right there, y'all. Okay, question 2. Hi, Dwayne. Not really a question, just some advice. My son is about to be 18. He hasn't always made the right choices in life, and I'm afraid he will continue to make these type of choices that will have more of a serious consequence now that he's an adult. How can I get my point across without being that overbearing mother? Thank you for taking the time. Erica A. Erica, good. Okay. All right. Okay. So basically, she was painting the picture. So her kin, is getting ready to be an adult, turning that magic age of 18. And the choices that her child has been making, I guess, in life, haven't been the best. And she's afraid that once you're an adult and you're making decisions that are similar, the consequences are more the consequences are more worse, right? More worse. Does that make sense? The consequences are worse. I guess you don't need to say more worse. But yeah. So you know, I think when it comes to something like that, dealing with consequences, I don't know. You know what? Look, as y'all know, for me, communication is key with anything. Communication is key with anything. And so what I would say, again, short-term memory, sorry, Erica. Okay. What I would say, Erica, is I would sit down, and I'm not saying you haven't done this, but you're asking what my opinion is, and this is my opinion. I would sit down with your kid and explain to them, say, hey, you're about ready to get out into the real world. Okay? There is no timeout. Timeout now has turned into jail. And I don't know if he's ended up in juvie or anything like that, but timeout is now jail at 18. There is no go stand out in the hallway. There is no go stand in the corner. There is no more none of that. Okay? There is going to be consequences.
Consequences will never be the same.
Exactly. Consequences are never the same once you hit adulthood, because you get looked at differently, right? You get looked at very differently. So it's one of those things that you're going to have to, just sit down with your kid and let them know that, hey, the real world's coming, man. The training wheels are coming off of this damn thing. The training wheels are coming off. And there's going to be times where you're going to think the training wheel's still there and lean a little bit to the right, and it ain't going to be there, and you're going to fall, right? Which, another thing, I do believe everybody in life should fail at something at least at one point in time so they can learn how to deal with adversity. And I know as a parent myself, watching your kid fail at something and you can't do anything about it, it sucks. It really does. But at the same time, they learn from that failure, right? Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success, because without failure, you never know how to get over shit. So yeah, I would sit down with my kid and say, hey, this is my concern. You can take it serious if you want, or you can you can go in one ear and out the other. But if you make X, Y, and Z choices, more than likely X, Y, and Z is going to happen. That's exactly what I would do, Miss Erica. And so I hope that situation works out for you. Thank you for writing in. I appreciate it. Tasha says, this is why you're going to start really young with teaching consequences. Yes, you have to start young. You have to start young. I truly believe. See, the thing that I think is, and I might be, because I have to be honest, right? I might be biased on this, but I truly believe that kids should be a part of something at a young age. It doesn't necessarily have to be sports, although it was sports for me. I got involved. My dad put me in sports at a very, very young age. Not just because of sports, and not just because he knew I'd probably be good at football and basketball, but when you get involved in something, and again, it doesn't have to be sports. It could be a chess club. It can be anything that has other people, other like-minded people doing something together. Okay. The reason why I think it's important is because you learn a lot more about other things besides what the group is doing. So for instance, with football, I learned about life versus football stuff. You learn how to work well with others. You learn how to communicate the right way. You learn how to work with people you're not necessarily fond of. You also learn how to take constructive criticism without letting your ego get in the way, and you learn how to control your ego. As you look at NFL and NBA stars that are divas, that's not who I'm talking about. But there's so much you learn in life when you get involved in something early. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not into, obviously no one's into beating your kids, but I will say that when I got my ass whooped, when I got disciplined when I was younger, it taught me this isn't good. But don't just, I wasn't a kid who just got like disciplined. I was explained to why I'm getting disciplined. Don't just spank your kid and tell him to go to bed. Like if you're into spanking your kid, which I still believe that kids need to get disciplined. I'm not talking about child abuse, but I'm talking about discipline. Don't just discipline your kid. Tell them why you're disciplining them. Tell them why. That right there would be a lot better. Let's see. Tasha says this is why. Sit them down to 60 days in. That's what I'm talking about. I love 60 days in. I love it. I love it. Put them in a position to lose and be told no early on. That's it. That's it. Like I said, I believe that everybody should go through some kind of a failure early in life. Everybody. And because when you do, you look at it differently as you get older. You look at failure differently. You don't look at it as, I failed and I didn't make my goal. You look at it as, that's okay. I can't do it this way. So there's got to be another way, right? There's so many different ways to look at things. It's all about perspective. So that's just, that's my opinion. Tasha also says discipline is not about punishment. Discipline is about teaching and keeping them within boundaries. 1,000%. 1,000%. And listen, nobody's going to be perfect. We've all done things that we shouldn't have done, regardless whether we knew we shouldn't have done it or regardless whether we didn't know. Because there are times where people don't know what they don't know, right? I've been a football coach now 17 years, and there's kids that, a lot of coaches yell and all this. Listen, if somebody doesn't know something, you can't get mad at them if they mess up on something they don't know. Because people don't know what they don't know. Now, if they do know right from wrong, or if they do know whatever it is that they're doing, and they still choose to do wrong, then that's different. That's different. So, yeah. So that's what I would do. All right. Next question. As I said before, and I keep saying, because this is, kids, are you still learning stuff? Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. So, are we on question 4 now? Yeah, question 4, I think. What's good, man? Just wanted to get your opinion and maybe some advice since this year has been what it's been. And now that the presidential stuff is pretty much over, this year has shed light on how people really feel about racial issues. He says, I have friends in my life that I never thought the way that I never knew. Let me start over. As I said about 10 minutes ago, I can read. Right now I'm messing up. I have friends in my life that I never knew thought the way they did. And now that I do, I'm having a hard time wanting them still as a friend. Okay, Jesus. The way this email, if you guys seen this, you'd understand why I'm messing up. I have friends in my life that I never knew thought the way they did, and now that I do, I'm having a hard time wanting them still as a friend because I feel that even though they don't disrespect me, they disrespect the people I resemble. In disrespect, what I mean is they are the all lives matter type of people. What would you do in a situation like that? Thanks, bro. Miss watching your band. Charles N. All right, Charles. Or Chuck. I don't know. Sometimes people shorten it out and they go by Chuck, Charles, whatever. Charles, Okay, my man. Well, first of all, thank you for writing in. I appreciate it. Second of all, I understand where you're coming from as far as knowing people's true colors. This year has definitely shed light on people's way of thinking and what they really think versus the lip service that they tell you in public, right? So in my opinion, the thing is, if you have friends that are cool with you and their views are something that you don't necessarily like and you're not wanting to keep them as a friend, that's a communication thing, right? It's a thing that I would definitely sit down with my friends and say, hey man, look, this is kind of bugging me. I know you're cool with me, and I know, I'm going to assume, Charles, that you're an African American, obviously. And so you're black like I am. And so I would sit down with my friend, who I'm assuming is not black. So, first of all, you have to decide if they're the all lives matter people that say that because they don't understand why that's not maybe the best statement to say, or is it the type of person that says, well, all lives matter, and they don't care to understand why that might not be the right thing to say. Does that make sense? Because I have friends that I have friends of all different types of races, creeds, religions, all that kind of stuff, right? So I've actually had to educate some of my friends that have came up to me and they're like, Dwayne, I believe that all lives matter, man. This sucks what's going on. And I'm glad that it's finally getting attention. I say, okay, hold on, time out. And this is also addressed in one of my podcasts as well. But to me personally, the reason why the all lives matter thing, like, was irritating at first. It's not irritating now because the majority of people that were saying it were just uneducated as why it was maybe not the right thing to say. In my opinion, it's not the right thing to say because, yes, obviously we all know all lives matter, bro. We all know that. We all know all lives matter. We all know. The problem is not all lives have been treated the same. And for me, I don't try to convince somebody to think like me. I don't want to convince anybody to think something that they don't think is right. I just want to educate you, and then you can make your own informed decision from there. Now, if you refuse to acknowledge that not all races have been treated the same, that's different. That's different. Then we're going to have a different type of discussion as to, okay, now you're going to have to tell me, no, not have to, but I would like to know why won't you at least acknowledge, right? If you don't believe it, cool, but just acknowledge that it's a possibility, right? So what I would do, Charles, is sit down with your friends and explain to them why saying all lives matters is kind of an issue. Explain to them, because it seems to me that those are just people that don't know what they don't know, right? Again, if you're dealing with somebody that says all lives matter and the shit is annoying, and you've had that discussion and said, yes, all lives matter, but you have to agree that some lives have been treated worse than others. And if those are the people that make excuses like, oh yeah, well, I grew up hard too, and my family this, and they don't understand it's not an individual thing. It's not about an individual. You've personally been through this. I'm talking about an actual race, an actual culture, right? So that's different. That's when people are just ignorant. That's when people know that saying like the N-word is bad, but they do it anyway just to piss people off. Those are the people that are ignorant. Because obviously they have problems, they have issues. Maybe they got beat up by black folks or something, or maybe some other race stole something from them, so they're just like, oh, the whole race is bad. That's ignorant, right? That's something totally different. But don't lose, especially if you've been friends with these people a while. I'm sure you guys have great memories. Things have been awesome. So I wouldn't throw a friendship away over a difference in opinion, especially if you can come to a common ground and you can get them to understand, like, just acknowledge that some races have been treated unfairly. If you can get to that point, then it's worth saving the relationship or the friendship. So that is my advice on that. So invite them over to your house, let them come in, you know what I mean? Say, hey, can we talk about this? And, invite them over and sit them down and, do what you do. Tasha says this year brought out a lot of true colors. 1,000%. 1,000%. I see your true colors shining through. Big says, boy, has it. Yes. Tasha, shared values are important in friendships. I say it's okay to unalign yourself. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is, I don't expect every last one of my friends to think exactly the same. I don't, because life would be boring, right? If we didn't have a difference in opinion, sometimes that's how I learn personally, right? I wasn't the hugest like soccer fan in the world, right? I wasn't the hugest soccer fan in the world until I met my friend Stuart. My friend Stuart is so into soccer, him and his mom, and they're full-blooded German, and they argue in German language. It sounds like they're ready to go to war. It literally sounds like World War III is coming, but they're passionate about soccer. And so once, even though I wasn't into it at the time, I went out of my comfort zone and I chose to learn something new. And now I love soccer. Now, granted, I only watch it every 4 years when the World Cup comes around, but I have my favorite team, which is Ghana, Africa. And even though I'm 100% Nigerian, people would think that you should root for Nigeria because that's where your heritage is from. Nah, skip all that, bruh. Ghana is my favorite team. They just are. I love them. I love Ghana. But I wouldn't have even known they existed. That team existed had I not got out of my own way with ego. Right? So, yeah. You have to be willing. You have to be willing to want to learn. You have to be willing to receive what people are saying and not take everything so personal, not take everything as if it's a personal slight at you, because it's not at all. And so, yeah, so that's what I would think. That's what I would say.
You underestimate my power.
A lot of people underestimate the power of communication and the communication the right way. So that is my opinion on that. So let's go. What are we at? Question number 5. Yes. Question number 5, y'all. Hey, D, cool podcast. I like your different backgrounds and stuff. Miss hearing you sing. Oh, well, right on. Anyway, I'm having a hard time with my girlfriend's dad. Ooh. Uh-oh. Having a hard time with that's not good. Okay. That's not good. So, let's see. You're absolutely right, John. Don't be so defensive. I'm having a hard time with my girlfriend's dad. He never thinks I'm good enough, even though I've aced all my tests I've been taking for the military. Oh, you're going into the military. Thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. I want to go in so I can provide for my girlfriend and our future. I would think that her dad would respect that, but whatever I do, I just can't get on his good side, and I'm afraid it will wreck our relationship because my girlfriend is a daddy's girl, which is totally fine with me, and I respect and love the fact that they have that relationship, but I just feel stuck. Thanks for the help in advance, Jim T. All right, Jim. Well, first of all, again, thank you for the email. I appreciate it. What I would say is this. And again, thank you for the email. But what I would say is this, Jim. You love your girl. She loves you. She loves her daddy. Which I'm going to tell you right now, please count your blessings with that, because I have a lot of female friends that wish they had a male figure around when they were growing up and they didn't. And because of that, there's a lot of choices they make later on in life that leaves them feeling even more like shit because the wrong dudes and this. And I can go off on that forever, but just to stick to what you're asking me. You know, the thing is this, man, is you have to continue just being you. You have to continue just being you, acing these tests, being a motherfucking savage, right? All while still showing your woman respect, all while still showing her dad respect, even though he's disrespecting you. You know, the rule of thumb is this, man. He doesn't have to like you. He doesn't have to, right? My question would be, does she have any sisters? Is she an only child? Dads are very protective. Okay, the big man upstairs knew what he was doing when he didn't give me girls. He gave me boys, because I'd be in prison, hands down. I'd be in prison if I had a daughter. So as a father, if that's his only daughter, I can understand how protective he is, and he probably will never see anybody good enough for his daughter because he sees her in a different light. Okay, especially if she's the only child. Now, if she has sisters or something, and maybe she's like a middle child or the youngest, and maybe her older sisters have just messed up in that like relationship area. So her father's like, I'm not gonna watch this 3 times or 2 times. Then that's different. But man, just keep being you, and eventually, as a man, if this dude has this much love for his daughter, he understands that a man that has full respect of his daughter wants to take care of his daughter. Not that she can't work and all this other stuff. I'm sure she wants to do her own thing and you're allowing her to do whatever. Not that she even needs your permission. But what I'm saying is, if you respect your girl on all levels and her dad sees that, eventually it's going to soften him up, and he's going to be like, hey man, thank you very much for proving to me that you can take care of my daughter. And then, that might be it. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen in a month. It might not ever happen. But I'm just saying is, if you keep on the right path, something eventually has got to give, right? And hopefully it gives in a positive way. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. Eric, just be in the moment. Absolutely. Tasha says, oh, I missed some. LOL, Miss Tasha. Eric said, and enjoy the sunshine or the moon and stars. Absolutely. Tasha says, how's your day, Eric? John says, the last topic about learning. Yes. Eric says, busy but productive. Gonna stop on the storage in a minute and get on the elliptical and then shower. Right on, man. Hey, get your workout on, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Just keep going. 20 minutes a day, bro. 20 minutes a day doesn't sound like a lot, but at first it might feel like it. But do 20 minutes a day for a couple weeks, ramp it up to 30 minutes a day, then ramp that shit up to 45 minutes. Once you get to about 50 minutes to an hour, you're solid. Anything else, then me personally, anything else past like a straight hour of cardio, it starts having a reverse effect, and maybe might not necessarily be good to do for that long, depending on what your goals are. How was your day, Tasha? Eric says. Felicia says, I am now cooking a T-bone. Get your T-bone on, girl. Damn. What?
It's Brittany, bitch.
That's right. Get your steak on. Okay. I can dig it. Eric said, spent about 3 or so hours on the phone today doing some quotes for flood and home insurance. Right on, man. Right on. Tasha says, day 2. Holla at your boy. Uh-oh. Day 2. Get it, girl. Day 2. Yeah, that's cool. As long as you're doing something, Eric, it don't matter. A walk around the block, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing something. Let's see. Eric said, my trainer made me do 22 minutes because I had chili dogs.
Oh shit!
Damn. Shout out to chili dogs. Man, chili dogs are good, ain't they? Holy shit. Chili dogs are amazing. Yeah, I love a good chili dog, boy. I love a good chili dog. So yeah, that's what I would do, man. As far as your girlfriend's dad, you know, and you know the whole thing about the girlfriend's dad, and a lot of guys would be like, oh, I would just have a lot of guns and invite him to the backyard and show him all the targets and show him how accurate I am and all this stuff. Nah, that kind of shows just how crazy you are. Like, I get it. You want to send a message, you know, and I used to think the same way until I was like, you know, in America, in anywhere, you're guilty until or you're innocent until proven guilty. And unfortunately, not a lot of people live that way. So you're just going to have to do it the other way, because in her dad's eyes, you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent to him. Especially if that's his baby girl, bro. If that's his baby girl and you sound like a respectable person, because you do want to, you know, grow up, take care of the family and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. So you sound like a gentleman. So I'm assuming you're going to want to ask his permission to marry his daughter one day, right? So you're just going to have to keep hitting at that rock. You know what I'm saying? You know that statue? Like, statues aren't made right out the bat. It's just a huge slab of rock. And slowly they tick at it, tick, 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 until it gets to where they want it to look. And that's what you're going to have to do with this relationship if you feel that your girlfriend is worth it. Now, if she ain't worth it, then it ain't worth the headache. But that's what I would say. Eric, my trainer made me do 22 minutes. Chili dogs. Felicia said, yes, Tashi, get him. Get him. I love it.
Got him.
So, and then Eric said, and had me increase the intensity and incline. I almost died, y'all. Hey, listen, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. Cause you don't want static. You don't want a static workout. Okay. You high intensity, not low intensity, high intensity. John says, haha, chili dogs, Fun Shop Bigs. We let our homies send those messages. You let the homies send the messages, huh? Let's see. Tasha. Biggs cracks me up. I love you, bro. Tasha says, I slept and ate fruit and cheesecake all day. My girl just got home from Arizona today, and it's our other housemate is 12 years sober today. So we're celebrating with some girl time and PF Chang's. Oh, shit. Shout out to girl time and PF Chang's. Damn. Holy PF Chang's? What? Owen Wilson, what do you think about PF Chang's?
Wow.
Okay, wow. That's all you're going to say, huh? Cool. Nice. Wow. Eric at Tasha, that's awesome. Congrats to your roomie. Oh, fruit and cheesecake? What kind? Tasha says all kinds. Yeah, shout out to your friend, man. 12 years of sobriety. 12 years of sobriety is awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. That's when your friend can walk in the building and do that.
Respect the drip, Karen.
Respect the drip. And in this case, it's the non-drip. You know what I mean? Unless it's alcohol-free drip, then you can respect the alcohol-free drip. Okay? That's how you get that's how you get down. Miss Lorraine, she says most daughters are their father's princess. You will never be good enough. Just have to prove that you will be the king she deserves and not a joker. Amen. That's right. That's right. That's the best advice right there, right? And then as a dad, I could imagine if that's your baby girl, that's your princess, and she found her king, you wake up like, so yes. What Miss Lorraine said is what I would go with. That's exactly what I would go with. Eric at Lorraine says he loves that. John said, nailed it. I like that too. John also says, congrats to your friend at Tasha. 12 years. Woo. That's a long time. That's a long time. But yes, John to Lorraine, nailed it. Good job. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And that's why I was saying to him that he's never going to be good enough, but there's going to come a point in time to where if you just stay on the path that you're on, you will earn the respect. And if she's worth it, you're going to want to earn the respect of her dad, right? Because you have to put yourself in his shoes. Even though you're doing everything in your power to show him, just take the ego out. Take your ego right here. Take your ego out, set it aside, and then look at things from his point of view as well, right? And again, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying this will make it easier on yourself. Look at things from his point of view. Just like Miss Lorraine said, that's his baby. That's his princess. That's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for this man. And here comes this other dude wanting what's at the end of the rainbow. And you have to, you're going to have to prove to him. Now, yes, granted, you in your mind, I shouldn't have to prove shit, blah, blah, blah. Again, take your ego out of it and see things from daddy's point of view. Because if you stay the course and you do get his blessing when that magical day comes, when you propose to your girl, how good is that going to feel? How good is it going to feel? It's going to feel real good, right? So stay the course, earn the respect, get married, do your thing. So that's what I would say. Hey, Leo says hi. And try to be her dad. You need to her. Yes. And try not to be her dad. You need to be her equal. Miss Lorraine with the goodies, huh? Good job. That is awesome. But that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Kids, are you still taking notes? Okay. Miss Lorraine is in the building. Yes. With the awesome advice. But yeah, guys, that's what I would do. Okay? And that's not just to earn her daddy's respect. Okay? That's just not to earn her daddy's respect. That's just how you should just be in general. Right? To earn just people's respect. Keep being who you are. Communicate the right way. Okay? So, let's go ahead and review what we've learned today, folks. Let's go ahead and review what we learned today. The first one was, how do you feel? How do you deal with how do you deal with people who are constantly negative? Damn, spit it out, bruh. How do you deal with people that are constantly negative? We went over that. Okay. The second one was, in your opinions, dealing with the president. I'm sticking with Morgan Freeman would be my president. Another question would be, who would be the vice president? Vice president? I don't know. The third question was the 18-year-old making the right decisions in life, and how do I talk to that person? That's you got to sit down and talk to him, communicate once again. And then the friendship one about the whole Black Lives Matter and the true colors that have been shown this year because of 2020 and, you know, and because of who we did have as president. And a lot of people are like, that's not my president. Well, he was. So you can say that all you want, but he was. You just might have not have been fond of the guy. And that's fine. That's your opinion. I would never tell anybody how to vote. I would never tell anybody how to think. I want everybody to have free will, but I just want you to make an educated choice. If you educated yourself and you choose whatever choice that you choose after educating yourself, I can't be mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be that dude. I don't want you to be this guy. I don't want you to be that guy where you fill it out and you hand it in and then you turn around and you're like, oh, I just made a mistake. I don't want you to be that person. You know? I don't want you to be that person. But anywho, man, some good questions this time, guys. Some very good questions this time. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Keep sending the questions in, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that y'all listen. I appreciate the fact that, you know, y'all view live like you are viewing. Everybody who watches this on YouTube after it gets uploaded, I appreciate that. Yeah. I just I don't know if y'all heard that bzzz, that buzzing sound that was in my headphones. I heard it. I don't know if y'all heard it, but anyway. So once again, guys, here is my links for my other social medias. If you want to follow me on other social medias, there's that. Follow my boy Biggs. Funk Shop TV is what we're a part of. Follow my boy. Also follow Miss Kiwi Star 83 right there. And yeah, handle your business. Eric, you heard it too? Yeah. I actually think it was my headphone wire. I need to get a new one. It's bent. So I need to get a new one. But yeah, guys, this listen, I'm grateful as hell for the platform that we have at this point in time. I truly believe that everyone that's on earth right now that's still rational, has all the marbles in their head and all that. I truly believe this is a great time to be alive in history. Okay. We don't have a choice of when we get created. We're just created and then we are. Okay. There were people that were born back in the day before, before buggies, even before horses and things that the horses would pull. Thank you. Hey, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Lorraine. We have to be grateful for what we have. Even if you feel it's not a lot right now, guys, this is a great time to be alive. I know we're going through some drama. I get it. We're going through some drama.
Hello, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how 2020 was. We thought 2020 was going to be awesome. And as soon as we opened that door, we were like,
hello, motherfucker.
You're like, oh, damn, 2020 ain't playing. I get it. But guys, listen to me. This is one of the best times to be alive, despite everything going on in the world. It's one of the greatest times to be alive. We get to witness so many things on so many different levels. And we have access to information instantly. We can't be lied to anymore. A lot of people are like, well, I'm trying to find the truth. Well, guess what? Now you have a menu that has every single dish in it that you can make. You just have to go find the ingredients. All right. Other than that, guys, let me check to see if my boy Biggs is on. Hold on. Oh, Funk Shop Biggs just put in. Okay, I'm good now. Muting your stream tab so it's not coming across. Right on. I got you, brother. Check it out, y'all. It's been awesome. It's been real. It's been cool. Please keep sending in all the questions, everything. I appreciate it. I love the love. And I'm just, I'm not trying to be some big old podcaster. I just want to grow, pretty much. I just want to grow. So like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Shout out to all my other fellow Twitchers. Shout out to everybody in the Funk Shop crew. Shout out to Miss Tasha. Shout out to Eric, John, Dawn. Thank y'all so much. Miss Lorraine, thank you so much. Miss Felicia, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate everybody being here and everybody who tuned in. I know I'm probably forgetting some people, and I don't mean to. I don't mean to forget anybody, but if I did, please don't hold it against me. And realize, guys, it's never, ever, 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 ever goodbye. Ever. Okay? It's never goodbye. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you it's never that. But I will say this. I want you guys to love yourself so we can love others. I'm going to go ahead and raid real quick. Oh, before I go, let me hit that raid because I promised you I would. Love you too, Eric. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for tuning in to another portion of the D Johnson. I know a lot of people were looking for the D podcast experience, but I'll get that worked out. Once I get guests lined up, then I'm actually going to start the D podcast experience, which is my podcast. But right now I'm just streaming on here and I'm having a great time and connecting with the followers and the people that like to watch. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Twitch, everybody around the world who watches this, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, please accept my thank you. I love you. I know it's getting sappy. I'm sorry. Aww. I get it. But honestly, I love y'all. So remember, love yourself so we can love others, y'all. Let's go raid. And you all know what to do once we get over there. Raid it. All right. Thanks for stopping in. If you need anything else, again, email me, thedpcexperience@gmail.com, and we'll get it going. All right, y'all. Time to raid. Peace.